morning, everyone. Welcome to another TradingView update. We had quite an aggressive candle yesterday where throughout Asian hours, Bitcoin continued to push lower all the way through to 33K, then seeing a pretty phenomenal overnight rally back up to just under 38, which is now our first real crucial level of resistance. If we take a quick look out, we seem to have found support at the bottom of this parallel channel that you could argue we've been trading in since the beginning of 2021. So almost like a consolidation part of an overall larger bull market where we've been trading sideways for just over a year now, for exactly a year. So this area of support at 32,800 coming in, acting as a real interesting level of support now. Of course, it continues to depend on equity markets, given the correlation between these two asset classes is very high at this moment in time. But it seems to be the case now, looking at the equity futures, both on the S&P, the Nasdaq, in the US, which is the most important ones, that the market conditions across the board are now reaching very oversold levels. If we zoom in a little bit, let's look at the 1 hour. We'll try and identify where we might see some real interesting areas of support and resistance right now. So first thing to note is just to be a little bit careful about this little breakout here. Now it's pretty similar to what we saw at the end of December up here, what we saw arguably 14th of June time here, 21st of Jan, where each time we had this fake out higher and then retraced pretty quickly. So to avoid that happening, what we ideally want to see is this level at around 3,600 hold as support. So we want to see prices, and they're really moving lower, test this and move higher again. If that sort of move happens, then we can start to look at this area of resistance at 38K coming in and being tested again. But the last few times this happened, we tested back a few days ago. We tested the 42.5K area, failed to hold it, and we rolled over again and we moved lower. So this 36 in our eyes is a very important area. If this fails to hold, then yes, you could argue that we're looking at 34,750 as an area of support. But ultimately, if we start to see an aggressive move lower, then this probably won't put up too much of a fight, and we'll start to look to move to the low 36K 100 area. If we RSI obviously still massively oversold. We've got our eyes on the FOMC meeting tomorrow, so let's see what happens. But we continue to see expected volatility at these levels. On the Ethereum side, again, similar sort of pattern on Ethereum as with Bitcoin. Now, Ethereum has moved much lower, or has underperformed much more aggressively compared to Bitcoin. We have a similar sort of trading corridor, which is granted a little bit younger. You could argue that it starts at the end of February, but again, holding some sort of support here for now. On the daily time frame, we did actually close above the 0.236 fib level between the May high and July low. Let me just stick that on if I can find it. Yeah, so whilst the price action was very bearish yesterday for some time, that huge wick lower looking to lead to some sort of market capitulation, which hasn't really happened yet. Might still well do, but we moved higher. We've closed above this 2,335 level, although we are moving somewhat lower today. So just keep an eye on that. If we look at the ETH BTC pair, we do expect ETH to continue underperforming Bitcoin just a little bit longer at the very least. Again, next real area of support coming in at 0.063449 for ETH BTC. If that fails to hold, we'll likely see a retest of the 0.059 level. But as we can see, the outperformance or the underperformance of the ETH to BTC is still trending in one direction and one direction only. That's it from us today. So have a good trading day.